Hello, little Miss Delta now. So we're going to try this again. Apparently I hit something. Um, I'm recording this over in Burlington from your great aunt's and great grandmother's house here. And I thought it'd be a good one to bring along because your great grandmother, my grandmother, is very much a patriot of the quiet type, the old generation, where you rise for the flag and you fly the flag and you don't make a big deal about it, things like that. And so I thought this was a good one. It's called A is for America by Greg Paprocki. It's got these great, like, kind of woodblock designs there, different things. And A is for America. So we have a bunch of folks on the 4th of July. And B is for Betsy Ross, who was employed to make the first flag for the new union, is the way the story goes. C is for colonies, and here it shows 13. And there's some folks who would say, well, there's more than that, but these 13 became the big colonies. And here's Massachusetts, where your ancestors were from. And part of Massachusetts was back then Maine. And so you have a sergeant major who was in Valley Forge, who was from Maine, but it was part of Massachusetts back then, so that's pretty cool. D is for the Declaration of Independence, and here we have them working on it. E is for eagle. There's a bald eagle with a piece of ribbon. And F is for fireworks, which are very much part and parcel of the 4th of July. G is for George Washington. There's George Washington crossing the Delaware in the middle of winter with the ice cubes. And H is for honor, and here they're pinning medals to some individuals who have received those. There's a member of the Marine Corps, an Air Force member, Army and Navy, and we got some jets in the back. I is for Independence Day. We've got a parade and a big band going through the street. And J is for Thomas Jefferson. And it says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, which is the start of the Declaration of Independence. And K is for Francis Scott Key. And he was a warrior that was kept on board a British warship when the British were bombing Fort McHenry. And they're talking about the flag there. And L is for the Liberty Bell, and that's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it was back in this building. And then around the 1840s, it started cracking. And so they drilled out the crack there to stop it from splitting. And M is for Mount Rushmore. So we have George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln carved in Mount Rushmore. Story from National Treasure 2. So, might have to watch that movie. N is for the national parks. And here we have some of the crown jewels, but the Olympic National Park, which is up here, where Auntie Em and Uncle Dom, who are visiting, got married, was in the national park, Olympic National Park. So that's pretty cool. O is for Old Glory, a nickname for the American flag. And P is for pilgrims, and you have ancestors that were part of the Pilgrim settlement, the Hopkins and another one. And Q is for quill, and this is John Hancock signing the Declaration of Independence, and he was the president of the Continental Congress at the time, and one of the richest men in Massachusetts. R is for the red, white, and blue, so R is for red, and we see the bunting there. S is for the Statue of Liberty. That's a really kind of a cool image, I think, of the Statue of Liberty. I really like that one. T is for transcontinental, and here was the railroads and the way that moved people from east to west, and goods and things like that. U is for Uncle Sam. There we go. And V is for voting, and we have an election coming up in November, so V is for voting, people going to cast their ballots. And W is for Washington, D.C., and we're going to be in Washington, D.C. probably in March of next year, so that'll be a neat opportunity. X is for exploration, and this is the Lewis and Clark Corps of Discovery, Sacagawea and John Baptiste. And then there is York. And they actually had a vote in Washington about what to do once they got to Cape Disappointment, I believe. And north of Astoria. And York and Sacagawea got to cast ballots, so it's a big deal. And Y is for Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle is a song. Z is for zip code for the post office. And then there's those wood blocks again. So a pretty cute little book. A is for America. So, all right, so it's time. We got knucks. We got high fives. We got low fives. We got turns and twirls. And we got loves. To you, the bigs, and anyone else that's watching this, hope you enjoyed it. And lots of love. Take care.